All right, guys, new intro here for the Bear Pack. Let's take a look at our subscription goal. We are sitting at almost 9,300. We need 700 more subs to hit that 10K goal to give that $1,000 giveaway. And then we have 12K subs coming up to send a couple people to some games of their choice. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Dennis Burns is at the top. We have Kellen on this week. He's doing a great job so far, but that is the leaderboard right now. If you see your guys' name, reach out to us. BearsProfitPlays@gmail.com or on Twitter, BearsProfit @BearsProfit, and we need to get you guys set up so we can give you guys your picks out for the next couple of weeks. If you see your name, make sure you reach out. Also, if you want to become a member on our YouTube channel, we're going to be giving away $50 weekly to our members on YouTube. We have 15 to 20 right now. So if you become a member for just $4.99 a month, you have a chance to win $50 weekly. We're going to be doing that on our live show. We're going to put everybody on the wheel. We're going to spin it and give away $50 a week. So make sure you guys come check that out. Only $4.99 a month. Very cheap over there. And our plays are actually better over there as well. So guys, that's going to do it. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get some NCAA basketball picks and props for Monday, January 1st slate of games. Happy New Year, everybody. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. I don't want to, but you're having a really good season, so start us off.
Yeah, I put a loss on the board, was not happy about it. I gave out Youngstown State -4.5 versus Oakland. I was doing the surrender Cobra throughout this second half, guys. I was very frustrated. This was my main position during the second half. I was watching this game over football. I was embarrassed by the second half performance of Youngstown State. They were up by 4 at halftime, so we basically just needed them to hold firm the rest of the game, and that did not happen. They got blown out. They got their butts kicked at halftime. Their defense was nowhere to be found. Youngstown State, they ended up losing this game straight up. So it was very frustrating to watch, but I have a lot of confidence in my play, guys. Just buckle up, sit back, and relax.
Yeah, speaking of being embarrassed, Arizona -12 against Stanford. Stanford put up 100 points, Trey. 100 points were scored against Arizona for Stanford. I don't know if Stanford's ever hit 100 points. I don't know if that's ever happened. So 0-1 day for me. Really bad beat by Arizona. Thought they were better than that. But we're going to move on to today. We're going to sweep the board for the new year. Have you start us off?
I saw something that said Stanford made their most three-pointers of all time. They made 16 threes
That checks out.
in that game. Nothing you can really do about that one. But for me, there's not any small school Connor Seward games for me to pick from. There is Hampton versus Drexel, but guys, I do not like that game. I'm staying away from that game. Instead, I'm going to be attacking this UT Arlington going up against Texas game. This should be a very interesting game to watch. Both teams, they are the University of Texas. One is Arlington, and the other one is the famous one. I think that the famous Texas University is going to dominate here in this game, just like they have all season long. Give me Texas -17.5 in this game. I'm by a half point. I think they're going to win this game by 20 plus. So I love that we're getting a line under 20 here in this game because Arlington, they come this game with a 6-6 record, but they are a whopping 0-5 on the road this season. And they're not even barely losing those road games. They are getting dog walked off the court because Arlington, in those 5 road losses, they have lost those games by an average score of 85-64. So losing those games by an average of 21 points. And I think Texas can at least beat them here by their average, guys. Come on, Texas, they're coming in this game on a 4-game winning streak. But I'm very impressed with what happened in the Longhorns' last game. They beat UNC Greensboro by 35 points. And UNC Greensboro is one of the best mid-major programs in the country. They're ranked 14th in the top 25 mid-major poll. So that is a very, very impressive win. And if Texas can beat that elite mid-major program by 35, I'm excited to see what they can do to UT Arlington. Give me Texas here -17.5 at home versus UT Arlington.
Yeah, Troy, I love that one there. I am confident with this play. I'm going to take Hampton going up against Drexel. This line is just way too high for Drexel Dragons. They're barely above 500. They've had a roller coaster of the season trying to cover the spread and winning these games. I'm going to gladly take Hampton with the 15 points here. Drexel this season, they're only averaging 66.7 points per game. They're giving up 64.8 points per game. That's a winning margin of just 1.8 points. I'm not going to trust a team to cover a massive 15-point spread against Hampton, who's also covered 2 of their last 2 games. Hampton this season has been beaten up a little bit. They're not a great team, but they're averaging 70 points per game, so they will be able to put up some points against this Drexel team as a squad. Hampton shooting 47.7% from the field, and the problem this season has been the defense. They're giving up 82 points per game, but even if Hampton does give up 80 points, I still think they're going to be able to put up 70 against Drexel. I like Hampton in this game on the road. Again, Drexel, the way better team probably in this matchup, but I'm not going to lay 15 points with a team who's failed to cover the spread time and time again this season, only scoring 68 points per game. Give me Hampton plus 15 as the play for my play today. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
That's the side I was going to go, so I'm glad you took that one, Bear. I faded Drexel in their last game versus Bryant, and Drexel got their doors kicked in. So I love that Hampton play there. And 2-0 for us yesterday on the player props. 1-0 for me. I gave out Caleb Love over 16.5 points versus Stanford. Thankfully, Love, he saves my butt. Giggity, giggity. He scored 23 points in this game and tried to will Arizona to a win, but his teammates sucked. But it was good for us, though, because more scoring for him. Love, thank you so much. I needed to win.
Love me some love. I also went 1-0. I had Keon Brooks over his points going up against Utah. First Washington game I've watched, he scored 25 points in a really good, tightly contested 95-90 matchup against Utah. So 1-0 day for me, 2-0 as a team. Let's do it again. Trey, start us off.
Some sweeping the board going on. I'm going to be going with a player prop in my game pick. Give me Max Abmas to go over 15.5 points versus UT Arlington. I just checked, and that's what his line just came out at, is 15.5. I'm going to be smashing this over for Abmas in this game because ever since he transferred from Oral Roberts, where he averaged 22-plus points per game 3 seasons in a row, he has been that dude for Texas because Max, he's coming in this game averaging 17.1 points per game, which is over this number. And I expect him to reach 20-plus points here in this game, to be honest with you. That's because Abmas, he takes a ton of three-pointers and he shoots a ton of free throws. In Arlington, they're in the bottom 20 when it comes to three-point percentage allowed, and then the bottom 100 in terms of free throws allowed per game. So Arlington, they play right into what Max is great at. So I expect him to have an amazing game here versus UT Arlington. And whenever you factor in this is his last game before Big 12 conference play, he's going to want to enter conference play on a positive note and with some momentum behind him. So give me Max Abmas to go over 15.5 points versus UT Arlington.
I like it, Trey. For my player prop today, going to be another Texas team, but Texas Tech. I'm going to be taking Pop Isaac to go over his total points going up against North Alabama. First off, really good name. It might be tough to get a player prop in action today because we don't have any top 25 matchups, and the only top 25 team playing is Texas. However, Texas Tech is probably a big enough score that we're going to get some props for this game. So I'm going to take the lead man for the Red Raiders, Pop Isaac, to go over his points. He's scoring 15.4 points per game as the point guard. And if you've watched him play this season, he's one of the best players in the country at driving and putting up little floaters that kiss right off the glass and go straight in. It seems like whenever Texas Tech needs a bucket, Pop Isaac does his dribble drive floater, and it's usually pure, which is why he's the leading scorer on this team, nearly 16 per game. North Alabama is not a good opponent, and they have been giving up a ton of points this season, so I do expect Texas Tech to put up a ton of points in this game. Isaac in his last game against a low-quality opponent, Sam Houston State, he put up 28 points. I expect him to put up at least 15-plus in this game going up against North Alabama as they roll over North Alabama. Give me Pop Isaac over his total points as the play when it comes out. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going with a same game parlay. Give me Max Abmas to go over his 15.5 points versus UT Arlington. I have a lot of confidence in that play. Just far too low number. It's below his average, which is weird, but makes me love it even more. And I'm also going with Texas minus 17.5 versus UT Arlington. UT Arlington, they're losing by 20-plus points on the road. So the line's under that. Texas, one of the better teams they've faced all season long. So should be an easy cash.
Yeah, and I'm going with Hampton plus 15 against Drexel. Hampton's averaging more points than Drexel per game. I'm not going to lay 15 points with the team outscoring their opponent and getting 15 points. And then I'm going to take Pop Isaac over his total points. He put up 28 against Sam Houston in his last game. He should at least get 15-plus against North Alabama. Very low-quality opponent there. But, guys, that's got to do it for NCAA basketball plays and props for Monday, January 1st slate game. Happy New Year again, everybody. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's two options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,